The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We have the Dow Industrials right now up 191. You get the Nasdaq up 70. S&Ps are up 11. Gold's down 290, trading at 13.16. We have silver off 10 cents, $16.24. Light sweet crude down 89 cents, $60.26 a barrel. Notes up 1 tick, 120.30. Bonds down 8 ticks, 143.27. King dollar up 129 ticks at 90.245. The euro is at 122.56 to 1 U.S. dollar. The yen is at 108 3/4 to 1 U.S. dollar. Tom O'Brien, what's going on?
Good Friday morning. How we doing?
It's a good Friday morning. Bottom line is that, we got some green out here. You've had the huge volatility and expansion of price, and this volatility is just not stopping. Look at these S&Ps. This is pretty cool, man.
You know, I was texting some friends this morning, and I said at 9:38 we're maybe 200 points positive in the Dow, and I said we're 8 minutes into the trading day. What could go wrong, right? We'll see where the end of the day leads us, right?
And totally. So what you have here, folks, is this. The high of the S&Ps out here today, 2618. Right now, you're at 2603. This is, let me put this back a little. Let me just show you. You went right up to ICE. ICE is, the breakdown of yesterday. We had two separate breakdowns. You had the breakdown at 1250. That got you to 2613. Then you had the real trashing down at 320. That's also the 2016 number. We got to 2618. They fired away. Bottom line, I expect what you're going to see out here, folks, is that this baby's going to make a run, for the lows once again. It's just really tough to get a market up on a Friday when you've had a bad week. That's kind of,
And you got to keep things in perspective, as in, the Dow itself, I think, tanked about 200 points in the final, 5 minutes yesterday.
Yes.
So we've only recouped to where we were at 3:55 p.m. Eastern time last night.
Right.
So let's not cheer the positive nature of 200 points positive just yet, because it's the final hour of the trading day this week has been the one that's mattered.
There's no doubt, man.
Yeah.
And it's mattered at, in extreme levels.
Let alone, right? We've seen the final trading hour of every day. Well, let's see what the final trading hour of the week holds. My goodness.
Well, there's no doubt, man.
Yeah.
If we go take a look at, let's go to Amazon. So Amazon's making the news out here again. And what this is all about is the bottom line is that let's see what they say. Amazon's going to pick up packages from businesses and ship them to consumers through Shipping with Amazon. How about that? Amazon expects to roll out the service in L.A. in the coming weeks with third-party merchants that sell goods via its website. The company plans to expand the service to more cities. This year, Amazon spokesman told the Wall Street Journal that we're always innovating and experiencing. UPS spokesman told Wall Street Journal that they continue to support Amazon and other customers. FedEx didn't have an immediate comment. This is pretty intense, man. I mean,
it is. We've chatted about it before. It's amazing the profits that they've put to the bottom line of those shipping companies.
Yes.
And it would only make sense, a company like Amazon that is willing to get into any business that they see as viable, that they would say, you know what, why are we getting middled here to the tune of hundreds of millions of dollars when, they're one of the best companies out there, right?
Yes.
So it's not like they don't have the skills to do it. So why not do it?
Right, exactly.
There you go.
And, what they did yesterday also, folks, is that they started the Whole Foods, they plan on 2-hour delivery. Okay, so they started it yesterday in a couple stores, but they expect by the end of this year, every Whole Foods is going to be delivering within 2 hours if you're an Amazon Prime deal. How cool is that, right?
It is. Right in my head, I was like, oh, I can't wait right away.
Totally, man. Yeah, it's a big deal, man. And,
you know, and as you say that, so maybe it's just not about getting middled, right? Maybe it's about Amazon wanting greater service than FedEx might be able to provide currently in UPS, right? I mean, FedEx can't do 2-hour delivery. Amazon wants better services than they can probably provide. So not only do they want to do it themselves, they want to do it better than you know, those third-party shippers are doing it.
Yeah, there's no doubt. And you know what's pretty cool here, folks, okay, is that I expect what you're going to see, that's going to be a lot of jobs, man. This is going to be really intriguing. We're turning into a delivery economy, right? I mean, that's what it seems like, right?
Oh, what's going to be interesting, though, is that, you know, unfortunately, those jobs are going to be lost at FedEx and UPS and even the United States Postal Service, I'm sure. During the holiday season, man, it's like every U.S. Postal Service truck is just filled with Amazon boxes. So
it's heavy, man.
Yeah, it is. It doesn't stop. They are just gangbusters.
Totally. Let's go take a look at inside the Dow, you know, and you know, Tommy and I have talked a lot about the price-weighted index, and yesterday you could see it, folks. What had happened, there wasn't one Dow stock, of course, that was in the green, and Boeing was the killer. I mean, you know, Boeing has been great on the way up, and on the way down, this was a disaster because Boeing had over 100 points by themselves, you know, in the Dow yesterday. You know, right now it's up $2.87, and that is putting juice into the Dow Industrials. But this is where it just turns the other way, you know, and it's not like what Boeing was down. Well, I guess no, 48, 30. Yeah, well, Boeing was down $20 yesterday, so I can.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah.
Big numbers, though. Big numbers.
Big numbers, man, for sure. You know, it is.
A
week, man. Quite a week.
Oh, it's you know, hey, if we put the SPY up and you take a look at the SPY, what you're gonna see here, folks. This is the building cause. This is going to be really dangerous. Okay. The reason being is that we came down hard, you know, when you go look just back from last Thursday, right? So you come down hard, you do a counter trend bounce with light volume. If you want to see the correlation too, it's pretty intense. We come down on the 5th with 294 million in the SPY. On the 6th, do it to 355, and this is where it goes now. Now the counter trend bounce, watch. The counter trend bounce does 167.
And what day is that? That's Wednesday. Okay, yeah.
And then what do you do again? You get down, market blows out again, 246. Now the most dangerous thing we're actually doing is, for lower price, is what we're doing today.
Nothing, right?
Exactly. So this is a sideways move. This is where you're just taking up time because the amount of energy that it took to do this is pretty intense, man. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
And so, bottom line is that I suspect this is the cause building of going after those lows again.
And where are we in the VIX right now? Can you pull that up just to get perspective as well?
We take a look at the VIX. The VIX right now is at 30.51, and this won't back off. I mean, that's the reality. You know, you had the spike up to 50 on the first downdraft, but this is not backing off. I mean, that's...
Yeah, and that 50 was pretty short-lived, as in that was even a print pre-market, I think, 50.39 or something, and before we knew it, we were back to 35.40. So it's been hanging at those levels, right?
Totally. You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now up 172. You get the Nasdaq up 48. Nasdaq's giving up pretty quick. S&Ps are up 8. We'll come right back, folks.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now up on 147. You get the Nasdaq up 63. S&Ps are up 8. Bonds, notes are flat. Bonds are down 12 ticks. Bitcoin, 83.97. So,
yeah, holding steady above that 8,000 mark after below 6,000 early in the week.
Right, and you know, folks, if you haven't checked out the Nadex platform, you want to see how these Bitcoin spreads work, well, you can do it real easy. You can come over to our website at TFNN. You'll see the banner. Hit the banner. Bring it up. They'll put 25,000 of paper money into your account, into the demo account, and you can see how these weekly spreads trade. They will open Monday morning, folks, at 8. They're going to close this afternoon at 3 o'clock. You know, it's pretty cool here, Tom, when I'm looking at this, actually. I actually like how this setup is. You know, we blew by the gap that was out there on the 24th, which was 7,872.
Okay.
You spike down to the 5,900. You know, this looks to me like you do a nice counter trend bounce, like 10,300 maybe next week. That's, you know, it doesn't mean, yeah, that's strictly just a counter trend bounce, but.
Sure, hey, and that's like a 25% bounce from where we're at. You know,
exactly.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a lot when we were just at 20,000, but you got to kind of reacclimate to where we are right now, and it should look a lot better than we were when we were at 20,000. Because man, what a rocket ship that was! Oh. And finally, we've had a decent pullback to say the least. I mean, losing 70% of its value from that 20,000 down to 6,000.
It's a big number.
It is.
And look what's a big. This is interesting too. That's a fairly good-sized number right now that people are trading at too, folks. Okay, you get 2,400 contracts this morning on the CBOE. That's one. Now, one contract there is one coin. On the CME, one contract is 5 coins. You know, so That's
complete parity, which is pretty cool. So you got 2,500 Bitcoins traded on each one, so you got about 5,000 total, yeah.
Yeah, and then if we go over and we take a look at Ripple, you can see Ripple's up 20% this morning.
Okay.
Ethereum's up 6% and Litecoin's up 3%. And, you know, we have the Traders Den open house. And we got our man Paul in there, Tom.
Oh, do we? Good. Yeah, I'm in there. I gotta get that chat room up then. Perfect.
Folks, you gotta come on. We have an open house.
There he is, Litecoin Paul.
Exactly, exactly,
okay,
right?
perfect.
Isn't that perfect? Exactly.
What's happening, Paul? Good to see you in there, man.
Totally, man, totally.
Sweet.
So, folks, you know what I'd love you to do? Come on over. It's 30 days free. It's a great trading room. This is, you know, we got high volatility, so of course that's always great. High volatility. You get a lot of great traders, tigers and tigresses in there that, you know, basically help each other. And tell your friends. Tell them to get over here, man. So, you know.
You got a great trading room in there, and what's awesome is, you know, you get to chat with all the hosts too, which is cool. We're looking in there. I just saw, you know, and so whether it's us, whether it's Larry in the mornings, Basil, Steve, Dave, you can be in there. They're looking, they're chatting, everyone's chatting, taking questions. It's a good conversation, man. And no better time of the year, finally. I mean, it's been 2 years since we've had some market action, and
exactly.
Timed it well. Timing can be everything in the market and in life. There you go.
There's no doubt. And lots of eyes are a good scene, folks. That's what it really comes down to.
Definitely.
Let's go 1 second here. I just got to make this bigger so I can see. My God. Let's go to Paul. Oh, he's on the right line. Awesome.
He's everywhere.
Paul, what's happening? Hey.
All over the place, man.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing, man.
Paul?
Hey, what's happening, gentlemen? Happy Friday to you guys.
Yeah, you were up early, man. I saw you in the den early. You're 2 hours ahead of us. Is it 2 hours now or 3?
3 hours.
Three. Okay. Okay.
Early bird catches the worm, man.
There's no doubt, man. Early bird catches the worm. That's a great saying. There's no doubt, man.
So I heard you guys talking about Bitcoin, and I had to call in because yesterday, Bitcoin Cash, if anyone trades cryptos, looked really nice. It blasted out. It was up 30%.
Okay.
Now it's consolidating. And I think this weekend, also Litecoin, off the low, came up about $70. So the low was around 100. So it blasted up to around 170. And right now, over the past day and a half or so, it's been consolidating, and it looks like it's about to peek its head out of this little flag pattern. So I think Bitcoin Cash, possibly Bitcoin and Litecoin this weekend, if anyone's trading cryptos, are going to be very interesting.
No, you know, it's funny. I didn't know that you were there, okay? But when I said to Tommy, I like the setup in Bitcoin itself right now. You know, it looks like it wants to move a couple $1,000, which that's like insane even saying that. But, you know, just looking at this like on a technical basis, folks, you know, it's got hammered. You know, it got down to where it broke topside from almost. And, you know, the rest of these look the same way, you know. So,
Paul, could you go over? So I know Bitcoin, of course, we're all familiar with, and Bitcoin Cash, that's trading at like 1,280 right now, right? Am I looking at the right one?
Let's see here. Bitcoin, yes, 1281.
So what's the dramatic difference? I know they had the split there, but when you look at those, are you looking at a dramatic difference, or are you just kind of trading them for, you know, technical indicators, or fundamentally are you looking at a difference between those two?
Well, I think fundamentally the difference is the block size and the speed of the transactions, that Bitcoin Cash can be used more in the future as a currency because it will be much faster.
Okay.
Whereas Bitcoin Classic is going to be used more as a store of value. Transactions are very slow. It's a lot more secure. And so fundamentally, that's the most, really is all I know about it. But
okay, cool.
Technically wise, Bitcoin Cash, when this thing gets moving, sometimes it is just absolutely unbelievable. A few weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago now, it literally went from 400 to above 2,000 in one weekend. It was nuts.
Not bad.
Wow.
Not at all.
400 to 2,000 in one weekend.
In one weekend, it was just every single flag pattern that set up was you could just buy it and it just kept going.
It went. Yeah. Yeah, well, you know, the way that this type of retracement has happened, you know, you get deep retracements like this, you can get fast counter-trend moves. So, you know, and in Bitcoin itself, I mean, I can see this thing trying to get up to this 11,712 or 10,700 even to 11,000. Even to 12,000.
I hope so. It will be good because it's been a little bit of time since we can't short them here in the U.S. There hasn't been much action. We've just been watching them go down, down, down. Although on Nadex, and I have been messing around with the paper trading there, trying to get my mind figured out the spreads and how that works.
Nice.
Yeah, you'll dig the spreads, man. The spreads, once you get your head wrapped around them, Tommy, right? I mean, the spreads are really cool, man.
Especially if you're looking for a way just to short Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I haven't found a better way to be able to short Bitcoin, regulated environment, your money's safe, CFTC regulated, you know. That's you know, you can go long it as well, but there's a lot of ways to go long Bitcoin. Just like you said, Paul, there's almost no ways to go short, and they have a great way with limited risk in, you know, your upside with your money regulated. So I encourage people, just like you're getting used to it, that way when you want to pull that trigger, you know, you're familiar with what you're doing.
Right. Hey, Paul, stay right there, because I want to show you, I want to stay with that, because I'm going to show you when you're even long the other cryptos, how you can hedge that. You know, bottom line is that you go delta neutral. Tommy and I are coming right back. Stay right there, folks.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender. Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Tom and Tommy O'Brien. We're talking with our man Paul from Nevada. We're talking about Bitcoin. We're talking about the spreads on the Nadex platform. So, you know what's pretty cool, for Paul? The first time that, you know, we talked about the hedging aspect, right? Using the Nadex platform, right? It took me a bit to kind of figure this out, the cleanest way to do it. But picture this. You know, I believe that you have a lot of different kinds of cryptocurrency, right?
I do, yes. I have a little portfolio of ones that I'm going to hold long term.
Right. So the way that you could do something like this, first of all, you'd have to figure out yourself what is the correlation between those cryptos, you know, and Bitcoin, right? You know, and they seem to, it's not down to like 1 or 2% close, but you're going to know better than I'm going to know. But they go up and down, right?
Fortunately, lately they've been moving in tandem, right?
Right,
I mean, they have.
Which is great.
Yeah.
So the way you would do it is this. Let's picture that, you know, okay, you know, the next time you get a nice run topside, right? And then you think, okay, I'm going to get a pullback. Well, what you do, let's say that you get 5,000 in crypto or 50,000 or whatever that is, right? What you could do, you take the dollar amount, right? And then you do a short spread, and you're really just making yourself delta neutral as to the cash value, okay?
Okay.
Now, two different things end up happening there. If, in fact, you're wrong and they go up, you still don't lose money. And when they're going down, you don't lose money. It's going to be a very small... You're really taking yourself out of the market for that point, which is pretty cool. Do you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. So when the volatility... So let me see if I understand what you're saying. So if they're going against me, that's the way I would set it up the way you just explained?
Exactly.
Okay.
And that's taking yourself out of the market, really, without selling what you want for the longer term.
Oh.
And then,
okay, I like that.
And it's pretty cool, man. And it's not
That's a great recommendation. The thing I'd add to it, right, is just to be aware of where you are in that spread, though, right? So the place where it's going to line up perfectly, Paul, for that is when it's right in the middle of the spread. So right now on Nadex, the spread goes from 3,600 to 11,600 this week. Okay, they opened it at the beginning of the week, so I believe Bitcoin was at about 7,600 Monday morning. And that's where you're going to be able to sell Bitcoin almost dollar for dollar right where it's at. So you'd be selling it at 7,600. And the only place to really be careful is if Bitcoin, let's say, goes all the way up to 11,600, right? That's where you're going to be selling it maybe below it, or, you know, there's going to be premium there. So just be careful, because then Bitcoin could stay flat and you actually might have a loss in the Nadex platform or a gain in the Nadex platform. Things will be skewed. And I know if you're playing with the demo account and getting used to things, you'll see that. But that's just one factor to be aware of. And that's why it's so sweet. That trade is perfect when it's at the middle. And right now it's pretty close. Like even so right now you have Bitcoin trading 83.79. And even though the middle of the spread's 7,600, it's still right around the bid offer. It's 83.60 by 83.95. Bid offer is just straddling it. So as long as the bid offer of that spread is right where, you know, the Bitcoin is trading, it's perfect. That's what you just want to compare as well.
Ah, man, thank you for that. That is awesome. Okay, I can't wait to get more into this and figure this out a little bit more. That's going to help me out a lot. Thank you so much for that information, Tom.
Cooking, brother.
Thanks for your information, man. We appreciate it, too.
Welcome to the Tigers, then. Growling and proud.
Awesome
Litecoin Paul. Litecoin Paul. I like it.
Right on, guys. Well, you guys have yourself an awesome weekend. Hopefully we get some crypto action this weekend, and we'll see what next week brings, because these equity markets, oh, baby.
Hold on for the ride, man. We get
Let alone the weekend. We'll see what the day brings. Yeah. Thanks so much, Paul.
That's true. All right, guys. Bye-bye.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one.
Yeah, so just to finish it off, too, and so it's interesting, right, where if there's not much time left, it's going to trade pretty close to where the underlying Bitcoin's trading, because you still have risk if you're shorting it up to 11.6. So the market's kind of saying you have enough potential risk in both directions where there's not much premium built in there, where it's trading right around it. But it's just something you want to be aware of. Now, guess what? That works both ways, as in sometimes, let's say it tanks and Bitcoin's at 3,600. Well, geez, you could be buying Bitcoin at maybe 3,800, 3,900, only risking 300, right? And you have profit potential all the way up to 11.6 because you're just paying a little bit of premium. So there's advantages to when it gets towards one end of the spread versus the other as well. Versus, you know, right now, if you bought one Bitcoin, you know, you would be risking 4,700. because you have to put up the 4,700, which is your risk from 83.75 down to 3,600. Now, if you're selling it here, though, you're only putting up 3,260, which is pretty cool. You know, because you're closer to the ceiling, whereas you're only putting up 3,260 to sell a Bitcoin, and you're basically selling it within $20 of the price.
It's
pretty
amazing.
Cool.
Yeah, that is. That's pretty cool, man. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
So check it out, folks. You get all weekend long. Get over there. You can bring up the demo account, kind of get used to it. Well, what's actually going to happen, if you bring it up over the weekend, you're really not going to be able to really start using it for Bitcoin Monday morning at 8 o'clock. But you get
your demo account set up, though. That way you open it up Monday morning.
Exactly.
Rocking and rolling.
Exactly. Let's go take a look at the some of the. Well, hey, we got the Olympics starting. How cool was that, right?
Yeah, totally. I was watching some of the figure skating last night. I had to pull it up. You know, they had an opening ceremonies are tonight. But what was interesting, I guess, last night they had team competition figure skating. Now, I guess that's really not a big event. Even figure skating is in itself big. You know, the individuals are big, but the team, I guess, isn't as big. And what was interesting was that they had one of the American guys, and he fell, and I was like, oh, man, he fell in the short competition. Like, already it's ruined. And then they were like, thankfully, this doesn't count against his personal, where it's completely different, whereas they're just going for the team, and then they go into the personals. And in figure skating, the personals, who's going to be the the men's champion, the women's champion, the pairs champion, versus the team is still a big one, but the individuals and the pairs are where you get all the attention. And so it's cool, you know. I mean, you gotta love competition. If anybody loves competition, we're all traders. That's a competition mindset, and there's something really cool about having to train for 4 years for one moment, and the intensity that comes with.
And the Winter Olympics. I mean, you know, between the hockey, the bobsled, and there's some parts of that I just love. I mean, it's skiing. My God.
I love them all just because, you know, I love seeing it's the greatest reality show out there. I don't say it coyly, as in, you know, you really see just people put their life into it for 4 years and watching the emotions and the joy and the despair and, you know, the joy really, but, you know, just everything that comes with it. You can't beat that type of competition for sure.
No doubt, man.
Yeah.
Market-wise out here, so let's take a look at it. This S&P, so your S&P is not holding. So if we take a look at this, what you've had since Tommy and I started the show, you had a couple,
boy.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, you know, just how, when you get into volatile markets, folks, what tends to happen is that the bounces both ways are violent. What you're going to see, look at this. I mean, it tried 3 separate times to get through that downdraft from ICE. And
we're only 3 points positive, man. We're coming.
It's going. It's going, man. It's going downtown.
Let's see what happens. 3 minutes.
Downtown Charlie, here we come. Stay right there. Tommy and I coming right back. Dow's up 116. Nasdaq is up 49. S&P's right now up 1.5. We're coming right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 43. You get the Nasdaq up 24. S&P's gone south, down $6. You got the small caps down $1.30. Bottom line, folks, this market just can't hold. So you can expect we're going to have more volatility as we go throughout the day. What I don't expect a day like yesterday, meaning you know, the SPY got to a low yesterday of 257.59. Yeah, I can see it hitting it. I don't expect that you're going to see that thing go down another 1,000 points. The reason being it has to do with this whole energy aspect more than anything. Do you know what I mean? So pretty fast move, huh, Tom?
Pretty remarkable, man.
Yeah.
Pretty remarkable for sure. Already negative in the S&Ps, and man, we're an hour and 10 minutes into the trading day.
And it's just this is a normal deal because of the fact that you get a down week, folks. It's really hard to step in front of the market on a Friday. That's the reality, you know. So let's go over to the gold contract and what I expect out here. GC, we're in the J contract. So right now we hit a low of 13.13. We're at 13.15. You know, this has been struggling in a big way. You know, what we did yesterday is that we did reject lower price yesterday. You went right against where we had some strength on the, I think, yeah, December 29th and January 2nd. We got down to 13.09. You're at 13.16. And we've tested this low, 13.15.50. Let me show you something here, because this is pretty cool what we've done, folks. So the contract itself, you know, we got, let's see, at 10 past, and I'm using 10-minute bars, which I always do. So at 20 past 10, you did 6,200 contracts. Now, what that was doing, folks, was going against yesterday's, where we start going topside. That had 9,500 contracts, and then we did 5,400. So you can see, you got down there, you had lighter volume. Now the question's going to be, will we get any juice inside this? Because if we got inside, we only need like 10 more cents. You know, then, go ahead.
I was just going to say, so I'm looking at gold on the Nadex platform, so it's pretty cool, right? So we've gotten some serious acceleration. Now, they have a variety of spreads. In gold, the futures contract ends at 1:30, just to put things in perspective. Keep that in mind. So you have about 2 hours, 45 minutes left until expiration.
Right.
One of the spreads I chose goes from 1,300 to 1350. Okay, so $50 spread. We're sitting at about 1315 right now. And what's pretty remarkable is that there's no premium one way or the other. So you could be buying gold at basically where it's trading, within 20 cents.
Yep.
You have your losses capped at 1300, and you have your profit capped at 1350. And on a day like today, that's a pretty cool trade because, you know, I could see gold going one way or the other. I mean, 1350, I'd say most days is unrealistic. Today, it's possible at least, and meanwhile, you know, you're not paying any premium to have only $15 to the downside and $35 to the upside.
And what Tommy's talking about, normally I don't do this, folks, but here you go. I get 20 of them.
And I didn't even know that, folks.
I know
Pretty
you
cool.
did. I know you did. And the bottom line is, just as Tommy walked you through it, the bottom line is that if you're going to trade it, this is the way to trade it. You know,
risk reward. You know, I mean, on a day like today, for there to be no premium in that product when you have a better than a 2-to-1 risk reward in your favor, if you're going to be buying gold, why not buy it in that fashion?
And this is you know, we talk a lot about. We want you to get used to the platform, right? So the reason that I went to gold, too, I like the setup, but the reason I went to gold, now watch how this works, right, is that the premiums that were inside the NASDAQ and the S&Ps, for me, were too much today.
Sure, with the VIX at 30, and I looked at those, right?
Inside the spreads. So I started trading gold yesterday, and that worked out, you know, well, we'll see whether what works out today, but that's...
Just to represent the other side of that trade, too. Now, that's the bullish position, but check out the bearish trade, okay? So now there's a spread that goes $25 lower, as in it goes from $13.25 down to $13.75.
Yep.
So let's say you wanted to sell it. You're basically selling it right where it's at, and you have loss potential of only like $90 from $13.16 up to $13.25. You have profit potential all the way down to $12.75. Let's say the market shoots up 1,000 and gold tanks. If you're selling gold, that's an awesome trade setup in the same respect, you know? I mean, pretty cool.
It's huge, man.
Yeah.
You know, we push it, folks, but the reality is if you're out there trading it, and particularly if you traded gold in the future market, which I have a lot, the Nadex platform is 10 times better. 10 times better because of this defined risk. Because see, with gold can get destroyed or go to the moon in a second. And so
you know, there haven't been many Fridays like this Friday. On this Friday especially, for there to be no premium in that product is pretty cool. When you lock in that risk reward. You know, for sure. And we've seen it, let alone on normal Fridays, we've seen a $10 or $15 jump, let alone, I mean, you know, 1,000-point moves in the span of a half hour this week. And, you know, look at Dow's down 150. We're up 200, 300 at one point.
This is getting intense. As to, you know, for when we start,
S&P's minus 23. I'm amazed myself.
When we started the program, folks, the S&Ps have given up 30 points. This is, you know, this is a major break.
There is a lot of trading left, too.
Oh, my God, a lot of trading left. As our man Basil Chapman said, the day is young.
It is young.
Oh, my God. And you know what's intriguing here? So picture this. You know, I was just talking about the premiums being high, folks, because I like trading the NDX 100 on the Nadex platform also. But watch what happened is that the reason I didn't trade it is that I would have had to pay 20 S&P and NASDAQ points premium, Tom.
Sure.
But guess what? That was nothing because they had it pegged right. I mean, because
they're fairly priced. They should be charging a lot of premium.
Exactly, because we just went down. Let's see, 63.24. We just went down 135 points.
For sure. And with that, gold's up at 13.18 already.
Is it? Oh, good.
Yeah. Keep your eye on that trade, baby. No, I mean the market. That's why I pointed out that trade. It's pretty cool that you were in it already, and I didn't even know because it stuck out. Stuck out like a sore thumb, man. It did.
It did, and that's when you start getting used to these. And the same, you know, we've seen it. Remember, like when we pull up those trades on oil sometimes, too. That's what ends up happening, folks, is that you'd be really surprised how close you can get with that defined risk, you know?
Right. And it's not only defined risk, which is part of it, but it's defined risk with a heavy risk reward in your favor.
Yes.
While you're able to trade it at basically the market,
right,
which is the cool part. You know, you're able to get better than a 2-to-1 risk reward when entering it at market, which is like now the reason why, okay, is because the market's saying there's enough risk to offset the reward that realistically the market's saying, okay, $10 is enough risk. But guess what? Gold just moved $3.50, $4 in the span of 4 minutes, and you have 3 hours. So that's where.
You know, it's interesting. What I think that they don't know is that on Fridays it's different.
Okay. There's always two sides of the market, man. And
Isn't that funny? Do you know what I mean?
Gold's up at 13.20. All right, 13.1960. Pretty cool.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Dow's down $1.35. Nasdaq's up 14. S&Ps are down 19. We're coming right back.
Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-Share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-Shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
You don't buy into that nonsense, do you? You know you can't time the markets. I didn't. And in 2006, I set out on a mission to do just that. I began by surrounding myself with the greats like Tom O'Brien, Larry Pesavento, David White, and Basil Chapman. I read countless books and even looked to the moon and planets for answers. Now, we both know that trading is 80% mental. So I learned the exact tools that Tony Robbins uses to overcome fear. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability. And last March, the folks at Timers Digest began tracking my newsletter signals, which through January 18, 2018, placed me as the #1 gold timer for that exact time frame. Now, I can't officially be recognized until Timers Digest has a full year of signals, but clearly I've learned how to time the markets, and I'd like to teach you how to do that as well. Subscribers to Mastering Probability gain access to my live and archive workshops where I show you the exact same patterns that earned me this #1 ranking. If you're looking for great market calls and an education, sign up for Mastering Probability today at TFNN.com.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com, educating investors. Learn how to trade options with swim lessons. Brought to you by TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. Next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now, let's see, down 12. Nasdaq is off. Nasdaq's up 19. S&Ps are down 7.5. And don't forget, folks, come on over to the Tigers Den. Come visit us 30 days free. Tell your friends. Get them over here. Bottom line is that we got the volatility all over the place. You get a lot of great ideas, a lot of great Tigers and Tigresses, and you can have a field day.
Pretty remarkable timing again. So I'm seeing headlines up there. Worst week potentially in the S&P since 2011. Worst week in the Dow since 2008. 10 years, decade, and we'll see. I mean, that's as of right now, let alone where we end up on the day.
Pretty intense. And,
yeah.
you know, what you have, let's go take a look at that. So we get the SPY that's laying right at the lows. You have the Qs that are laying at the lows too. Yeah, this is building cause for lower price.
Yeah,
you know,
and I was just going to say we're in correction territory, 10%, which is, a blink of an eye. You're talking about.
It is a blink of an eye.
5-8 days, and you're at 10%. I mean, pretty remarkable.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, King Dollar can't handle higher price again. Bottom line, you're at 90.215, up on 94 ticks right now. The notes and bonds you want to keep your eye on out here. You know, the 10 years up 4 ticks. That's not enough. You know, that's still saying that, you know, rates are going up. Now, I expect that's going to change because with this market being down, it's going to get central banks' attention. You know, it's like,
sure.
You know, it's like they say they're not. Well, they said the first go down, they weren't worried. Let me tell you something. If you go down 15%, if we go down 5% next week, they are going to be worried like big time. 15% hit. The fastness of the hit is what would worry, well, it should worry everyone. That's the bottom line.
Very true, yeah.
You stay right there, folks. We got our swim lessons coming up next, and I'm Mr. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White will be back this afternoon. Have a great weekend, safe weekend. Thanks, Tommy. Have a great one.
Thanks, man. You too.
Stay right there, folks. We got we get swim lessons coming right up. The Dow right now up 54, NASDAQ up 8, S&Ps are down 2. They're coming right up, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum,